Good evening. Welcome to the press conference for Elena Rybakina. Please raise your hand and state your name and organisation when asking your question. Elena, how are you feeling? Wimbledon finalist.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's unbelievable, and I feel great right now.
Surely regarding it's traditional for the Duchess of Cambridge to give the award to the women's winner. How excited would you be to pick up the award from Kate Middleton, and can you perhaps talk about what you think of the royal family as well?
Actually, didn't even think about this yet, but for sure it's an honor, and I'm gonna be very excited for this moment. No matter if I win or lose, I think it's just something to remember, and it's gonna be amazing.
Hi, Elena. Matt Futterman from the New York Times. I wonder if you feel like you're representing Russia at all at this tournament, where Russians have been banned from competing. You're born there, lived there for much of your life, and only recently.
I actually answered these questions yesterday, and as I said yesterday, I can repeat it now. I'm playing already for Kazakhstan for a long time, and I'm really happy representing Kazakhstan. They believed in me, and there is no more question about how I feel. It's just already a long time, my journey as a Kazakh player, and I played Olympics, Fed Cup, so I think I gave an answer also yesterday about this.
In your heart, do you feel Russian still?
What does it mean for you to feel? I mean, I'm playing tennis, so for me, I'm enjoying my time here. I feel for the players who couldn't come here, but I'm just enjoying playing here on the biggest stage, and enjoying my time and trying to do my best. So.
Congrats on the win today.
Thank you.
Can you talk us through that match, because nerves didn't seem to come into the equation? I know you said on court that you were nervous, but based on the way you served, based on the way you approached the match, you looked like the more experienced player out there.
I was quite nervous before. In the moment when I was close to already finish the match, but I would say that today I really felt solid in my game, and I think I did everything good. And on the previous matches, I had many ups and downs moments, but today, even if I lost some points, I was really focused, and in the end, I'm really happy with my result, and I think it's a good improvement for me.
Congratulations on Rock Racket magazine. I know you're sort of well known for people who watch you a lot for being very visibly sort of unexcited when you win matches. You just sort of walk to the net and very calm. Is that gonna be the same thing you think if you win Wimbledon on Saturday, or you might smile?
I mean, I'm smiling, and I really don't know how I'm gonna react, because I believe in myself, and we worked a lot with my team to get through. We just, of course, no one expected that it's gonna be this week at Wimbledon, but this is something we worked a lot, and everybody believed in me, in my team. So I don't know how I'm gonna react. We see tomorrow, after tomorrow, yeah.
Elena, hi, I'm Cindy Schmerler from the International New York Times. Can you tell us what went into your decision to move to Kazakhstan, to play for Kazakhstan? Your family still lives in Moscow, and lastly, have you heard from any of the Russian players during this fortnight so far?
If I heard what?
Have you heard from any of the other Russian players who are not here during this fortnight?
I'm actually not checking my phone so often, but as I answered before, I was born in Russia, yes, but I'm representing Kazakhstan, and this is something like, I don't know why we have to come back to this, because I already replied, and I think that even today for my match, for example, our president of the federation came to support me, so it's a really big thing, and it's unbelievable support, which I just appreciate and keep playing. And it was a history what I did already, so for me it's something which I will never forget.
Bill Simons, Inside Tennis. Congratulations on this extraordinary run. You're not as well known, as famous as some people who have reached a Grand Slam final. A tough question, but can you tell us a little bit about your life away from tennis or your journey to this point? Just give us some reflections on that.
Honestly, when I finished school, I moved into tennis a lot because it was very difficult to mix tennis and school. And last few years it's been difficult for everybody, so I cannot say that except of tennis I was doing much. I was missing my friends, family, because you travel a lot, all the restrictions. So I just, of course, like to spend time with the friends, with the family, but it's nothing special what I'm doing except of playing now, working, improving. So yeah, I cannot give you maybe what you wanted to hear, but that's like this.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Elena. Darcy Main from ESPN.com. It sounds like even you're a little surprised to be at this stage of Wimbledon right now. What do you think has changed for you or clicked for you to have gotten you into the final?
Yes, I didn't expect that I'm going to be here in the second week and especially in the final because I believe that I have a game to go far in the Grand Slams, and of course I believe that maybe one day I can win it. It was tough because I had injuries, I didn't have good preparation, and it was not the moment when I'm just going up with my results. So of course I came a bit more relaxed since I knew that I didn't have good preparation, and maybe this is something also helped me to get through all these matches. And I can say that this is really first time when I enjoyed every day of playing and just being on the tournaments.
I remember watching you at the beginning of 2020. You were playing so well. You made 4 finals, and then coronavirus happened.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering how much you felt like the momentum that you had now and the progress how you had back then was interrupted by the pandemic, and how much it was sort of a struggle to get back to the level you were finding at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, it was very tough because I was going just up and I thought that I can play every tournament no matter how I feel. It was just going always my way. I felt really good. Everything was new for me, but after Corona, after this long period, it was very difficult to come back. And during pandemic, I didn't practice at all, so it wasn't easy. And then some health problems like injury, sick, allergies, and it was kept on happening. And I was like very upset, of course. And my coach was always telling me that you don't have to wait when you're gonna be in the perfect shape or when you're gonna win. No matter how you feel, you just need to keep working and keep improving. So this time I came and I cannot say that I'm in the perfect shape, physical condition. I don't think that I am. So it's still something I'm thinking which I need to do more after this tournament to have good preparation for next American swing. But I'm really happy, and now I understand that you don't have to be perfect every day to win matches and go far in tournaments.
Alex McPherson from the WTA, congratulations. Can I have your thoughts on your final opponent on the Jabeur? You've played her twice in 2 completed matches and you've won 1, lost 1, both 3-setters.
Yeah, it was always tricky matches against her, different surface, and Ons is playing really good. She played good last year. This year she had a great results. So for sure it's going to be a very tough match, but I'm going to try to do my best, focus on my game, and we see what's going to happen.
Hi, Becca from PA. Congratulations, first of all, really exciting. There's just one thing I want to clarify, and I hope this is the last you have to answer on it, but there are some reports saying that you still live in Moscow. Would you consider yourself as someone who still lives in Moscow, or are you based in Kazakhstan?
I think I'm based on tour because I'm traveling every week, so it's really, I can say, where I think most of the time I spend on tour, and I practice in Slovakia between the tournaments. I had camps in Dubai, so I don't live anywhere, to be honest.
So you don't spend that much time in Russia?
No.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. What are your earliest memories of the Wimbledon Championship, and when did you first start thinking that you could be the winner?
I don't know. I didn't have many seasons before on here at Wimbledon, so only now probably I understand that I'm very close to be champion. If it happens, it's great. If it's not, it's still great result for me. And as a kid, I don't remember exactly who was playing, but when Wimbledon was on TV, it was always traditional white. I remember this strawberries, champagne. It's something like very nice to see. And when I was a kid, I never thought that I'm going to be there, because my decision to keep playing professional was only at the age of 17, 18.
And what are your thoughts about facing ons and the history you're making together as people from your respective countries?
I think it's amazing, and actually I remember I met Ons first time, I think, when we were playing WTA, maybe 125K. I came for the first time with my dad, and I met her. She was very nice to help me to find the club because she had a car. So I remember how I met Ons, and what she achieved already. It's happening like in front of my eyes, and we are going like together in this journey. I think it's just amazing to think that you are making history.
Your game, your power had the crowd gasping today. 120-mile-hour serves, big ground strokes. I think you've served more aces, hit more winners than others on tour. I mean, can you just talk about how you will feel going into that final? Do you think, you talked about being nervous before, do you think you'll be even more nervous, and do you think your game can perhaps overpower Ons in the final?
Of course I'm going to be nervous. I mean, everybody probably nervous when they are going to play on center court, and if it's a final. But it's a challenge for me to be stable, to be strong mentally, and try to do my best. I know how Ons plays. She knows how I play. We know each other well, so we see how it's gonna go. But as I said, I'm gonna try to do my best.
I remember hearing you say you were considering playing college tennis in the U.S. Were there specific universities you were talking to at that point?
I don't remember, because it was actually many good offers. I was playing juniors till the end, and I finished third, I think. So many college, they were interested, and in my mind, I knew that I don't want to go to America and study. I don't know why, because I actually maybe played 2 Grand Slams in New York, so I don't know why it was in my mind that this is not something for me. So I was telling my parents, and my dad, he was looking at the offers, and he was saying, oh, this is good, maybe this one, and I'm like, no.
Hi. Am I right in thinking that you used to be a gymnast as a child, or a figure skater, or both?
Yeah, I was doing both, but when I was young, like 3-4 years old, because I was going with my sister, and I think after they just told me that I'm already too tall for this sport, and I don't remember what happened, but my sister, she stopped going there, so me also. And then I tried tennis. She said that she doesn't like it straight away, but I stayed. I like it.
There were a lot of people in your player box today. I just wonder if you could share who's here supporting you this week on the best kind of moment of your career.
So it's my sister here, and actually I think it's second or third time she comes to me with on the tournament. So she's my talisman. I don't know how to say, but yeah, with her it's biggest result. Our friends, like family of 4 people. My coach, Jaroslava Shvedova, she's captain and she's still playing here. President came today, so he watched my match. Sponsor, so it's a big support for me these 2 weeks.
Just one quick one. If you had gone to university, what would you have studied?
I have no idea because I remember that it was for me so difficult to combine tennis and school. I was going to the tournaments and then coming back and having some exams. So for me, the days were going so quick. And I just remember that at 17, 18, I have to do the exam and I'm playing semi-final of French Open Junior, I think. And it was a nightmare, to be honest. Fights with the parents because they want me to study, but at the same time they see the results that as a junior I'm doing good. So it was really tough, but I knew that I'm not going to study. So I don't know what I will do there.
There are so many incredible stories of players coming out of Moscow and practicing in the cold winter. What was your experience as a young girl and specifically also at the Sparta Club? What was that like?
For me, it was just something for fun. After school, we had very good group of players. It was always interesting practices, always fun, a lot of competition, and I remember these times very well. I'm still very good friends with the players who were in the same group. My best friend she was with me same time. So I mean, it's just amazing time, and I think I wouldn't change something if I had a chance.
Alison? Hi, Alison from the Times. Have you had any messages from important people in Kazakhstan? And do you know what a big deal it will be like? Will millions be watching? Have you got a sense of how important your achievement is back home?
Yeah, I think it's very important because tennis becoming even more popular in Kazakhstan. We have so many tournaments there, and I think it's amazing that now on TV, on the news, you can see that I'm playing the final, and it's for the first time. I have biggest support is our president of the federation, and also other people called through him and congratulate me with this result, and I think everybody will watch and support me on the final.
Just I've read that your parents had to support you quite a lot through your tennis. I just want to check that's correct, because the Russian Federation didn't help that much. And also, have your parents given you any messages, and do you feel almost you're paying them back for the money that perhaps they invested in you when you were little?
I was lucky because I had some people in the beginning who helped financially, and then of course it was big work for my parents, so big thank you to them, because I think they did everything right. They never pushed. They never thought that I'm gonna be professional. So it was always just for fun, because they see that I enjoy playing tennis, enjoying spending time on the court. And now, for example, we didn't even talk a lot because I don't know, maybe they don't want to also kind of break the routine, so it's just quick messages after the matches. Yesterday we talked maybe a bit more, but of course they are super nervous watching on TV how I play. So, yeah.
Well, in Eastbourne you were practicing with Bublik, and I'm curious just what he's like as a practice partner, and also just if you have ever hoped to represent Kazakhstan together with him in mixed doubles, and just how your personalities get along, because they seem very different.
Yeah, in Eastbourne we practiced together. It was fun, and he won the match because I was like, oh, I have to warm him up. Maybe I don't know how it's gonna be. So It was fun. He's a very nice guy, and we played once mixed doubles in Australia. We tried, but then it's very difficult to play singles, and maybe if you play doubles mixed, it's a little bit too much. But I think it's great to maybe one day try again, and. Yeah, it's just it's fun because we had also camps together. It's always good to hit with a guy, I think, for women's.